Hey Eric, what's with the credit card bill this month? It's over $1,000. What did you spend all this money on?
Oh, it was an event last month. I made some purchases when I was playing online games.
Is it another smartphone game?
It was the third anniversary event, and the team members worked pretty hard.
Yeah, but $1,000 in 1 month is a lot.
I'm the team leader, remember? The leader has to invest the most and work hard. It's all about the morale of the members. You're not belittling me just because it's a game, are you? There are people who are professional gamers. There are people who devote their lives to gaming.
But you're not a professional gamer. I won't stop you from playing games as a hobby. But you have to think about your family too.
I do think about my family. That's why I'm working, right?
Even if you're working, being charged $1,000 a month puts us in the red. If you spend most of your paycheck on games, we can't live.
This is an important time for the team. We're getting better rankings.
I don't know anything about that.
You wouldn't understand. It's not easy being in charge of people.
Being in charge of people? It's a game, right? You don't even get a penny for that. If you want to be in charge of others, you should get a promotion at work.
You think it's just a game, right? You're old-fashioned, aren't you? Society exists even in games. Sooner or later, many people will live in a fictional world, right?
Yes, whatever. That's what a random guy said. Believe it or not, it's up to you. But we live in the real world now.
If you keep talking like that, you're going to be the only one left behind from the latest trend.
I'm living in the real world. You're saying eventually that we'll all be living in the imaginary world, but when is that gonna happen? 10 years from now? 20 years from now? Until then, we have to survive in the real world, right?
That's a difference in values.
I'm talking about cutting down on spending money on games, okay? I'm not talking about values. I mean, it's a fact that we have to eat to survive, regardless of values.
You play games too, don't you?
I play them without paying.
But you bought a Switch last month.
For 1/5 of what you spent last month, I can play for years.
It's still the same. You're spending money on games.
I told you, I'm not telling you not to spend any money at all. But really, this time is too much. I'm just saying, if you spend $1,000 a month, we can't live. So please, cut back.
It's okay once in a while.
So you won't spend anything this month, right?
I'll limit it to $500.
Exactly how much money is this game going to cost?
Listen, I can't screw it up for everyone on the team because of my personal reason. If they find out the leader doesn't have any money, everyone on the team might leave.
What? Are you playing a game to see how much money you can contribute to produce pop stars? I'm going to make you number one at all costs. Is it that kind of a game?
Don't make fun of me. It's a full-fledged brain game that emphasizes strategy, where you make strategies with your friends and fight against rivals. It's an intellectual game, just like chess. You wouldn't understand.
Then why don't you use your brains instead of your money?
That's the problem with amateurs. If you don't spend money to get rare and strong weapons, you can't fight in the first place. It's a problem that comes before strategic gameplay.
What's strategic about it? In the end, you're just hitting each other with a mountain of cash.
That's something you should never say to a smartphone gamer. The production company can't run a game if no one is paying for it. We, the users, are allowed to play the game, and we give back to the management by paying for the costs. If you don't understand that, then don't talk about smartphone games.
I'm not talking about them. Anyway, you should limit your spending to $100 a month. I can't save any money if you keep doing this.
We're making a living, so why not?
What if we have kids? We need to save for the future.
Then we won't have kids for a while. I want to concentrate on my game now.
It's not what I was trying to explain to you. I'm almost 30, remember? Raising kids requires energy, so I want to have kids while I'm still young.
Anyway, right now, my priority is the game. You know how many of my friends are depending on me? If I, as the leader, show that I'm serious by paying the costs, the members will pay too. That's how the team gets stronger and stronger.
You put the game before me?
I never thought I'd hear those words come out of your mouth. Before, when we were watching a drama, whenever a woman say, "What's more important, me or your job?" you used to say, "No way."
There's a difference between work and games.
There's no difference. I'd rather be in the game than in the office because my team members need me more.
That's self-deprecating, right? You can't be serious, can you?
Which part of that is self-deprecating? Of course I'm serious. I'm the team leader that the members depend on. At the company, I'm just a worker for an incompetent boss, and he yells at me for the slightest thing at the drop of a hat. He doesn't know what I'm really capable of. Everyone in my workplace underestimate me. On the other hand, the smartphone game is based on the results. That's why I'm accepted.
I don't get it at all.
Oh, I'm going to take about 3 days of paid leave next week.
Huh? Next week? What's going on?
Jeez, you seriously don't know anything? I have a big event next week. As a leader, I absolutely have to be there. This is no time for work.
Huh? Don't tell me you're going to miss work for a game? And for 3 days?
I'm more fulfilled playing games than having a boring job.
Don't you want to make an effort to enrich your real life?
If you have a problem with that, why don't you do it too? I made you an account before, didn't I?
Oh, you were messing around with my phone without my permission, saying something about a friend referral bonus? I haven't logged in since then.
You should try it. You'll see how good it is. Oh, and don't come to my team. We don't accept newbies.
I don't think so. Not interested.
Then don't complain.
I don't know anymore. Do what you want.
Hey, why don't we get a divorce?
What? If it's about the game, I haven't said anything, right? What's with a divorce all of a sudden?
We never talk at home, and we have no sex life either, right? That's more than enough reason to get a divorce.
It's because you're playing games all the time, isn't it? You don't answer when I talk to you. At night, you don't let go of your phone until you fall asleep.
It's all your fault. I've been playing games because you're cold.
I don't think so. If there was something wrong, I'd make it better, yeah? So there's no reason to mention divorce out of the blue.
I'm at my wit's end. I can't live with you. No matter what your excuses are, I've made up my mind that we're definitely getting a divorce.
We're gonna have a problem if you just make up your mind all alone. Give me a rational reason.
I told you, because you're cold.
Which part? What is it about my behavior that's cold?
If you don't even know, so there's no point talking about that.
That's not going to convince me. I mean, personally, I think you've been colder to me lately. You ignore me when I talk to you. You don't even look at me.
Please, just stop it and divorce me.
Don't try to push me away. I just don't get it. What's going on? Tell me the truth.
I'm in love with somebody else.
What? Are you cheating on me?
I'm not cheating on you. We're not in that kind of relationship yet.
That's not what this is about, is it? If you have a wife and you like someone else, that's totally cheating. Who is it? Someone from work?
No, it's not. She started out as just another team member. It's fate. In this game, where 90% of the users are male, she's an angel. Someone I met by a miraculous chance.
Huh? You mean you had an affair in the game?
I told you I wasn't cheating.
I knew your life was being taken over by a smartphone game, but I didn't think you'd even have an affair with someone. Really, in so many ways, I can't believe...
I know, it's hard to find a good guy like me for a woman like you, but it's real. Just accept it.
No, you're just trying to make yourself look better. I mean, don't just casually insult me with a woman like you.
Because you are always complaining. You're so old-fashioned and condescending about games that you don't even seem like a modern person. We have very different values, don't we? And you expect us to stay married?
It's so sudden. I can't think straight.
You see, you're so stubborn, you haven't caught up with the latest trends. I can't stay with a wife like this anymore. I can't lie about how I feel.
You're terrible. This is just too much.
It's okay. We can do this together, okay? Let's get through this hard time together.
What's with that line? Is this what you call a game brain? I'm taken aback. What do you mean, the two of us? You're just going on by yourself.
See? That's what I'm talking about. This is what I call a difference in values. We really do see the world differently.
What are you saying we should do now?
So, divorce is the only way, right? I've already filled out my part of the form. You file it.
Wait a minute. Let's talk about it, okay?
I'm not gonna change my mind.
I'm not agreeing to a divorce.
Anyway, I'm not coming home.
Wait.
Is this Eric's wife?
Yeah, who are you?
I'm Eric's financier.
What? Are you a baker or something?
Sorry, I mean, I'm his fiancé. Kitty's so clumsy.
If this is a prank, I'll block you, but...
Oh my god, you are so dull, aren't you? Haven't you heard anything from Eric?
Could it be that you are the one Eric likes? How do you know my ID?
You linked your ID in the game. It was easy to find out. The only friend of Eric's who had a low level was his wife.
Can you get other people's ID from there? That's creepy. I'm deleting my account.
I don't want to talk about that.
What do you want?
Please divorce Eric as soon as possible. His heart belongs to me now. His wife won't agree to a divorce and he is in a pickle. So I took a risk and sent this message to you.
You're being serious, right? So you call yourself Kitty? Can you stop acting like some sort of nerdy character? I don't get it at all.
What are you talking about, character? This is just me as I am. Is it really that strange for me to use Kitty as a first-person pronoun? He was right. You are a bit close-minded.
This is going nowhere.
What is it? You want money? If it's compensation, I have it ready.
So, you have that much common sense, do you?
Ha ha ha! Eric is right about this too. She's particular about money. That's why Eric had a hard time buying weapons, you know? Well, thanks to my dedicated support, we won the game.
Well then, I'll ask for a lump sum of $30,000. Then I'll file for divorce.
You're a money hound, aren't you? I'll transfer the money tomorrow. Please file for divorce as soon as possible. Melanie, I've been thinking about it a lot.
What?
I think I'm coming back. After being away from you, I realized that you're the only one for me.
What are you trying to say?
Let's live together like we always have. You haven't filed a divorce yet, have you?
I did last week. I filed the divorce papers.
What? You're kidding, right? You said you didn't agree to a divorce.
Are you kidding? It's finalized, so you and I are unrelated now.
Then let's remarry. Let's be husband and wife again and start over.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
It's not impossible. We can still start over. We're a couple. A piece of paper like divorce documents can't tear us apart because we are bound by the bond of love.
Bond of love? That's gross. Is that part of the game? If you have a problem with the legal system, why don't you go to the courthouse and demonstrate?
I'm not joking. You are the only person I love, Melanie.
What? I thought it was Kitty.
How did you know? How did you know?
Kitty is Nick, right? I never thought I'd lose my husband to a man. I was so surprised.
You know that much? I was tricked.
I didn't know that you were gay. That's why you couldn't stay married to me. That explains why you said you didn't want to have kids. I'm not prejudiced against homosexuality. You didn't have to hide it. I'll support your love, Eric.
You've got to be kidding. I'm not into that kind of thing. He pretended to be a woman. I was deceived. I'm the victim.
Huh? What are you talking about? You just misunderstood, didn't you? Nick was serious, okay? What's with that kind of thing?
What the hell? Whose side are you on?
Nick makes more sense than you do. A week ago, I got a call from Nick. I was pissed off at first.
Huh? I didn't hear about that.
He paid me $30,000 in one lump sum to be with you. I didn't think he'd actually pay it, so I was surprised. I called him again and asked him about it.
Compensation? I didn't know anything about that. And what did you hear?
You hadn't met Nick yet, had you?
He told me that if he meets you before the divorce, it would be considered as cheating. We communicated only through chatting and games.
I mean, promising to marry someone without ever meeting in person is unbelievable in the first place.
We were on a team together for over a year. We had a deep bond, you know. And he betrayed me.
You're the one who betrayed me, aren't you? You betrayed me, and you betrayed Nick.
He lied about his gender. It was fraud. I'm the victim here, no matter what you think.
He didn't lie, did he? He tried to tell you about his gender, but you said you would accept him as he was, didn't you? He said he was happy to hear you say that.
Well, because just from the photos, I couldn't possibly think he was a man.
You really are an asshole, aren't you? Nick was serious about you, but you are saying that you were cheated and that you are the victim?
Why are you taking his side? He's the one who tricked your husband. As a wife, you're supposed to be on my side, right?
I'm not your wife anymore. Besides, Nick is a much more decent person than you.
He's not decent, that faggot.
How can you call someone who loves you a faggot? You're the one who said I'm old-fashioned, but I'm not the one who's retarded.
Look, I'm a victim of deception. Hey, I'm coming home now.
There's no place for you to come back to.
Don't say that. I'm coming home anyway.
I won't unlock the door when you get back. By the way, I already changed the locks.
Don't say that. I don't have anywhere to go. I was going to live with him. I can't spend the night.
Why don't you just go live with him? I heard he even signed a contract for a new house for you. Nick was really looking forward to living with you.
I can't live with a guy. There's no way.
I can't live with you either.
Besides, I quit my job. He said he was running a company and making a lot of money. He told me I could stay home and play video games all the time, so I quit my job as soon as I could.
I heard he makes a lot of money in web marketing. I'm in the same business as him, so I know his company. I mean, you're not a full-time stay-at-home husband and you just play games? Do you know how much Nick is in love with you? He's prepared to support a freeloader. He's serious, isn't he? It's great that he loves you so much. You don't have to take paid vacation anymore. You can play games as much as you want.
How great is that? My life is ruined because of him.
You deserve everything you get. Do something about it yourself.
Please, help me.
I don't owe you anything. Don't ever let me see your face again.
We're married, aren't we? Let's help each other.
I told you, we're not husband and wife anymore. I wish you and Nick all the best.
Don't give up on me. I'm the victim here. Don't you feel sorry for me? Please help me.
Poor you. I think you're wrong. Congratulations on living the life you wanted, playing all the games you want. I don't think that you had any physical relations yet, so I won't charge you alimony. But I'm going to charge you for the money you spent from our savings on gaming, okay? I calculated it, and it's over $20,000.
I don't have that kind of money. If we live together again, it won't be a problem, right? I know. Let's have a baby, yeah? I thought you said you wanted to have kids soon.
The idea of having a baby with you makes me want to vomit. I'm really glad we never had kids. You're the one who disrespected me by calling me uncharming and stubborn. I don't want to be with someone like that for even 1 second, let alone have a baby.
Hey, please. At least lend me some money. I'm broke. I know you got compensation from him, didn't you? I'm the one who brought in the money, so you can give it to me, right?
Too bad. If it's about the compensation, I gave it back. I felt sorry for him. He transferred the money in one lump sum right away, and I felt he was sincere.
Why are you being so merciful to that guy? Be merciful to me too. Please, just a little bit. I have sincerity too. I'm asking you with complete sincerity.
I don't feel sorry for you. I'm not going to charge you for the money you spent. Since Nick said he'll take care of you, you'd better move in with him. I'll go through a lawyer for the rest. I'll block you now. Goodbye.
I won't play games anymore. Please, forgive me. Hey, Melanie, forgive me.
After that, Eric had no choice but to go back to his parents' house. His parents found out everything and disowned him. He also said some pretty terrible things to Nick and was sued by him. Eric has repeatedly asked me to get back together with him, but I have ignored all of his requests. Eric has now managed to find a live-in job and works day and night without time to play games. He has been paying me back in installments, but I don't know how many more years it will take him to pay it off. Meanwhile, I was headhunted by Nick's company, with whom I have been in contact from time to time because of all this matters. It's funny how things work out, but I'm enjoying my job with much better benefits than before.